The Allied Museum is a museum in Berlin. It documents the political history and the military commitments and roles of the Western Allies in Germany, particularly Berlin, between 1945 and 1994 and their contribution to liberty in Berlin. Location: American sector. The museum is located on the Klein-Dahlem, Steglitz-Zehlendorf, in the former American sector of post-war Berlin. It was previously the location of an American cinema, outpost, and a library. Entrance is free. Since the closure of Berlin-Tempelhof Airport in 2008, the Allied Museum has announced its interest in relocating to the old airport at some point. The Allies, the early period of Soviet troops marching into Berlin and plans of how to divide Berlin in sectors is documented. United States, Great Britain and France formed the Western Allies in the Cold War and were then in opposition to the Soviet Union. The museum shows an important part of the military and political scenery of Cold War, i.e., the period after World War II and the beginning of the 1990s in Berlin. The Outpost Theater, From Victory to Airlift. Maps of Berlin with planned sectors, pictures of Soviets marching into Berlin, uniforms, first editions of Berlin newspapers, denazification, logistics and sacrifices of life by the British-American airlift are shown in the former cinema. Open-air exhibition, aircraft and watchtower. Some of the largest objects in the permanent collection are presented in the open-air exhibition space and include a British Handley Page Hastings transport plane, a railway carriage from a French military train, the guardhouse from the famous border crossing point Checkpoint Charlie, and a GDR watchtower. The Nicholson Memorial Library, privileged position of Berlin. In this part of the museum, documents are shown concerning the fall of the wall, the methods to analyze the political situation by Western Allies and the measures by the USA, Great Britain and France to guarantee liberty in Berlin. Part of this hall is reserved for temporary exhibitions on themes of modern-day relevance. Organization. The Allied Museum has the legal status of a non-profit association, whose members of the Federal Republic of Germany, the State of Berlin, France, the UK, the USA, the Deutsches Historisches Museum, and the Institute für Zeitgeschichte in Munich. Sculpture Fall of the Wall. Near the Allied Museum in Clearly, a sculpture by Verrill Goodnight remembers the joyous event when the Berlin Wall came down. 5 wild horses are shown jumping over the remains of the wall.